Everybody, it's Will again for another fantastic and exciting episode of Civilisation: The Gathering Storm. I am going to continue on from the next turn, which I believe is turn 4. Last week, you'll notice that my scouts from Egypt, the free scout I got from the helpful villagers that I discovered in the north, encountered a barbarian. But now, the barbarian is nowhere to be seen. He has gone.
Retreated.
Yeah, he had that exclamation mark, so he's probably going to tell his buddies where I live. So I'm going to move my guy out across the tundra plains to here to see... Oh, look what I have discovered. To the south, just on the very edge of my sight, there is a barbarian outpost, just on the other side of the salt luxury resource. So I'm going to have to work out how to deal with that. And part of the way I'm going to deal with that will be... I'll just come down and have a better look. He's got a spearman in there. Spearman's pretty tough. Now, one of the things the game does too is it'll give you some estimations of how you'll go fighting against different units. So I've got my scout highlighted at the moment, and if I mouse over the barbarian like this, it brings them up and it tells me on my screen that the spearman's battle value is 31 and my scout's battle value is 10. It also tells me the movement rates for that, so the spearman can move 2 and my scout can move 3, so I can run away. He gets +6 because he's fortified in defense, and his base strength is 25, which is why he has 31 for attack. If I were to do that attack, it would be left with the spearman barely getting a scratch and my scout in the red zone almost being dead. So not going to take him on with my scout because I don't want to get my free scout killed this early in the game.
Some wise thoughts there.
So I'm just going to hold him 1 hex away so he can watch what's going on. Okay, my warrior really needs to come back down south and stop exploring because that barbarian encampment so close to my fragile little silly city of Rakadet is making me very nervous. That brings me to the end of my turn. There's nothing else for me to do. Pottery in 2 turns, Code of Laws in 5. And let's see what Robin's up to.
Okay. Well, looking at all the cold tundra where Will has been, I'm glad I've got my jacket today. It's rather cold outside. Hope it's warm wherever you all are. So for me, I have had none of the excitement that Will has got down south. My city is growing, but I'm pretty much just exploring. And you can probably see I haven't actually opened up much area at all. So I guess I'm just moving my warrior, continue southeast to explore. And that's the end of my turn.
You've got a lovely mountain range there, isn't it? Yeah. So,
it's scenic, but not much else. So animal husbandry has got 1 turn, and Code of Laws is 3 turns. So that's exciting.
Well, let's click next turn, and I think we might stay with you.
All right. So it's my turn. So now my animal husbandry has just been completed, which will remind me now that means that I can access the deers, which is to my south. And I've also noticed that there's some horses that have just suddenly appeared on my map.
I can't see those horses because I don't have animal husbandry. Would you like to tell us where they are?
Okay. So on my north, next to the spices, so to the east of my spices, I've got strategic resources horses that suddenly appeared, which I think if I recall what you said, animal husbandry allows me to see those resources, which is exciting. It does.
And if you claim that horse space with a settler, when it comes time to build mounted units, you'll be able to do that because horses are a required resource for that. So that's really exciting.
Okay. So
can I just confirm? So that's the hex in between the spices and the bananas, right next to your city.
Yes, that's correct.
You are having a dream run here, and that means that 4 of the 8 spaces surrounding your city contain resources.
I'm assuming that's good. I'm not really sure how that's good, but that's exciting.
That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. One of the things also I just wanted to note about your screen at the moment is you'll notice that your borders have expanded. Did you see that?
I did. They've certainly gone south, and they've included the tea resource, which I'm excited about. So I've done animal husbandry, and so just got that. I am aware that I want to start moving into the seas, so I'm going to choose sailing from my technology tree.
I think it's a good idea.
My city is also now, or the game is now saying choose a production.
Ah, so you have produced your monument.
I have just produced my monument this term, which is really exciting, and
Excellent.
I can't see the monument on my game city. I don't. My zooming in doesn't seem to have done anything to show that, so I don't know.
I have a feeling it might be that grey square pile of rocks there right next to your city port, next to the house there. I've just zoomed in on it myself, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It doesn't look very impressive at this point in time, but you're still living in grass huts, so
very good. So as I go over my city, it does say that I have 2 buildings now, a monument and a palace.
Yes,
which is exciting. I now am looking at my units of what to build next. I'm a little bit jealous that I can't explore as much as you, so I think I'm going to build a scout. Does that sound like a reasonable choice?
certainly a scout would be a good idea, although with the resource-rich environment that you're currently in, a settler may also be a good option at this point in time, especially to take advantage of those horses, those lovely bananas, the deer, and the spices.
Okay, so I've chosen a builder, which will take 2 turns. Excited.
Did you call him Bob? Bob the builder? Yeah.
Can I name them? I didn't realise I could name
you
them.
can't, but you can. You can just say that's Bob. Yeah.
That's Bob. All right. So Bob is now being trained up. Chosen sailing, and I'm going to use my units to go south. I think I'm not going to be of any help to you because I think there's a long way for me to go to help you with your barbarian problem.
Yes.
But I have discovered a mine, which is
You've discovered some more stone. Stone is very important.
Oh, stone. Okay. And that's the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. All right. I've just got a ding ding to say that it's your turn. Now, when you are playing multiplayer and now everyone has finished except for you, that ding ding sound that you just heard, that's just a reminder to say, or that I just heard, is a reminder to say everyone's finished and you need to get finished too because they're all waiting for you. No pressure.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to continue to bring my warrior further south, and I'm going to hold my scout where he is. I could continue to explore with my scout across this part of the coast, but I'm a bit worried. Oh no, I'm okay. So I'm going to explore. I'm glad I did, because I have just discovered another friendly village just over here.
What?
So
2
next
tribal
turn,
villages.
I'll be able to march into the tribal village down there. So so that's good. I seem to be getting all the luck. Although some would suggest that being flooded out is possibly not all that lucky.
And having a barbarian village near you with deadly and fearsome spearmen probably is not such a good thing either.
That's correct. That's correct. So that is all I can do this turn as well. So I'm going to end my turn.
Fantastic. Okay, so again, I don't think there's anything much happening in my neck of the woods.
Yep.
The border seems to be all the same, no natural disasters, and I'm yet to find a village.
Alrighty. So I'm going to move my warriors to the south to try and arrest that barbarian issue, and I'm going to take the friendly village, which has given me a free builder. Oh, how nice is that?
That's excellent.
Free builder. Now I also got 5 experience points for my scout for exploring that, and the XP bar for the scout is down the bottom here. So I've received 5 out of 7 experience points to get to level 2. We'll talk about levels for units later on, but that's really exciting. I love it when I get levels for units. It just gives me a thrill. Okay, I have finished in my research of pottery, and so I'm ready to actually explore a new civilization, and I think that I'm going to take animal husbandry so that I can take advantage of those sheep. So that's done. 5 turns, and I will have animal husbandry as well. Plus, I'm jealous of you not being able to see those horses.
Actually, I can see horses, and I can actually see that you've got some horse resources near your city as well.
Oh, you're not supposed to tell me that. I'm not supposed to know.
I thought we were a team.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can. But
all right.
So my ally says to me, "Yes, you have horses." I'll say, "Huh? What are horses? I don't know what horses are."
Oh, I see. I see. That's the way this rolls. Okay.
Now I do have a settler, which is really nice. So actually, this is probably a good time to explain city expansion. So you'll notice that I've got 2 wheat fields north of my city, which are just outside of my city's area. If I can move my builder to that space like this, then I would be able to build there, but it doesn't let me build there because it's outside of my owned territory. If I wanted to own that territory, I can click on my city of Radicat and mouse across to the purchase tile toggle, which is the second one along in the city space. If you want to follow along while looking at your own city, Robin, you can open your city map and you'll be able to see similar things.
Yep, okay.
I'll click on the purchase tile map, and it tells me that the cost of purchasing the tile that has the wheat field on it is 25 gold. I have 35 gold in my bank from collecting taxes from my people, and so it's worth my while to do that. And so I click on that 25, and my city's outer area has now expanded to actually cover the wheat field area. So I've now been able to use my money to claim that area without having to wait for the culture to build up to take it over. So next turn I'll be able to use my builder to build a farm on that space, which will cause my city to grow faster.
Very good.
Back in the early days of Civ 1, 2 and 3, settlers and builders were the one unit. You used your settlers to do building work. And I think then in Civ 4 and 5 they actually changed them to be called workers. They're now called builders. So yeah, there's been some language change over time. I am talking about a builder, not a settler.
Okay.
All right, that's all I can do for this turn. And have you done all you can do, or is there more for you?
No. So I've got some issues on my town, my city. Nidaros, I've got a warning saying I need more housing. So I am down to 3 out of 4 homes, and I've got a message on my right saying need more housing to keep growing. If this continues, you'll have difficulty gaining new citizens.
Okay.
So now housing, and there's also amenities in my city. How do I, and amenities at 0, so I don't know what the implications of that, but can you talk to me a bit about housing?
Absolutely.
How do I start getting houses?
I think it's good to zoom in on the city at this point. So if you've clicked on your city of Nidaros, and you've got the small city information down the bottom that will tell you about your monument.
Yes.
There, if you click on the first of those toggle city details tabs, it will bring up a sidebar on the left hand side of the screen. Now this gives you a whole bunch of information, almost an overwhelmingly huge amount of information. It's telling you how much food per turn you're producing, how much food your people are eating, how much food is needed to grow the population. It's telling you all this information, but at the bottom, the most important part of that is the total food surplus, which is actually how fast your city is going to grow. So that first part there is all about growth.
Right.
My one for my village, my city says 1 turn until new citizens are born. How many turns till you have new citizens born?
I have 7 turns until a new citizen is born.
Okay, so you're not going to have a growth for 7 turns, so that tells you that you've got 7 turns to fix the problem before you run into a major housing crisis. Okay, so you'll notice that growth, amenities, is the next one down on that sidebar list. And amenities is what keeps your people happy. So I have one amenity of 0 required, and my people are happy. What does yours say?
I've got 1 of 1,
Mm-hmm.
and they are content
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
moment.
So that's okay for the moment. You get amenities from the things that are listed below. So amenities from luxury resources, amenities from civics, amenities from entertainment, amenities from great people, amenities from city-states, amenities from religion, national parks, war weariness, bankruptcy, and governors. So you can end up with negative amenities from things like war weariness and bankruptcy.
Okay.
To gain, the little suggestion person down here tells me that if I wanted to gain amenities, I could build Great Bath or improve luxury resources. Builders improve luxury resources and provide you with amenities. So that's why having a builder for you is going to improve your amenities and make your people happier.
Right. So I need to be... Okay, so I've done the good choice in actually producing a builder, because
That's
the builder
correct.
is actually what's going to help me here.
That's right.
All right.
So housing is your crisis though. So at the moment I've got 6 housing for 1 citizen. So my people are very happy.
And I've got 4 housing for 3 citizens. So that means that population growth rate has slowed 50%.
Yep. People are worried that they're not going to have anywhere to live.
Okay.
So the ways you get housing is from buildings, civics, districts, improvements, water, and great people. I have 6. I'm getting 1 from my buildings and 5 from water.
I've got 1 from building and 3 from water, which only totals 4.
Yep. So you probably need to look at, down the track, building a building. So mine says here, constructing the granary or the Great Bath, or farms, or fishing boats, or pastures, or plantations, or camps, all give greater housing. So the great thing is that you're building a builder, and the builder building down at the Deer will produce a camp, and that will give you 1 housing and 1 amenities. So that will make your people happy.
And that same goes with irrigation and with the spices. If I do irrigation, then that will give me access to a number of other luxuries that I can start using.
That's correct. Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And that will keep your people happy and feeling confident that you're actually managing their affairs well.
Excellent. Thank you.
So we've gone a little over time today looking at that information. Have you finished your turn yet?
I've got civics that I also need to choose.
All right, well, we might come back and at the beginning of next episode look intently at the civics tree, because that will be the first time we've looked at that, and go from there.
All right.
All right. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. We're looking forward to catching up with you next time. I've been Will, and this has been Civilization: The Gathering Storm.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.